I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life.
I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton. She congratulated us. It's about us.
Our biggest enemy against that truth is the deep state. And we are on a mission to annihilate the deep state.
General Flynn, he's some general, he's some man. He took abuse like nobody could have handled, and he came out bigger, better, stronger than ever before. We love him. He's a leader. And you just stay wealthy and healthy and well and everything. I want you to have great lives in general. You just have to stay healthy because we're bringing you back. We're going to bring you back.
Whatever happened to Gary Cooper? The strong, silent type. That was an American.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exist for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interests, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind.
$14, $13, $12, $11, $7, $6, 5.
Sir, we have a launch order.
3.
Put your hand on the key,
2,
sir.
1. Launch.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Happy Sunday, fam. Good to see you all here. Welcome to the 40K View. I'm your host, Mark Messina, also known as 8-Track. This is episode 39 at our new time at 6 p.m. Pacific on Sundays, right after Absolute Storm. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Good to see you, chat fam, as you're piling in there. Please do not forget to hit that like button. It is the best way to help this show. And the second best way is for me to turn on my microphone. How's that doing? Much better, guys. All right. Thank you guys for bearing with me, producing the show while talking, sometimes as it's shortfalls. So anyway, where are we? I hope you guys got a chance earlier today to check out the XZ report with Alex and Mark. We had episode 5 of our new show where Generation X and Generation Z discuss the news from totally different perspectives. Today was a good one. You guys know this week was a crazy week. A lot of things went down. I I hope you guys had a chance to unwind on Friday and watch The Huddle with Julie Donuts, because with all of the thinking your brains probably had to do this week, like mine, it was nice to unwind. And I hope you guys check that out. If you didn't, please go back right here on this channel and check it out. As you guys know, starting tomorrow, tomorrow, I will be doing the ARC training. And that's with Tina and Basel Boz. I've talked about it a lot on this show. So I do not know what my show schedule is going to look like over the next week. But I do ask that if you don't already follow me on X, please do so. It's at 8track_truth. That's 8TRAQ_truth. And if you're already following me, do me a favor and go to my profile and hit that notifications button. So when I post, you'll get notified, because with all these shadow bans, some of these posts, it's like talking to yourself right now. It's a little frustrating, especially when I'm trying to build a network and promote my shows. And I've just about reached 20,000 followers, getting close. And you would think that'd be enough for promoting a show, but not when they've got the shadow ban. But if you hit that notification button, every time I post, you'll get notified. And this week, you're not going to want to miss it, because I will be in Venice, Florida. And Kathy O'Brien, the great, incredible Kathy O'Brien, who's been on this show once before and has also been on The Huddle and will be again. We're going to be spending some time together this week. And she suggested that maybe we will do some recording. So it is possible that at any given time this week, probably evenings, East Coast time, I could just go live with Kathy and some incredible people that will be down there at ARC training. So go to at 8track_truth and give me a follow. Hit the notification button so you won't miss that live. Now, I've got some really cool interviews to share with you guys today. I got to spend last weekend in San Marcos, California. There were two events at the same location on the same day. One was from 8 a.m. to just past noon. The other was from 5 to 10, or 5 to 8, but 5 to 10. And the first one was the Lewis Herms for Governor Rally. The second one was the California Governor Showdown. It was a really great weekend for me. At the Showdown, I got to interview all 13 candidates that were there. The only one who didn't show was Chad Bianco. And the surprise interview I'm going to do for you probably explains why he didn't make it. But honestly, I wish he had come. It would have been great to interview everybody. But I did get to interview everyone, including Steve Hilton, who, like you guys, I know him from Fox News. He's got a great accent, very smart guy, but I really didn't know much about him. Did a little bit of digging, but mostly just sat down with him, asked a few questions. These are all short form interviews between about 5 and 12 minutes for each. So I'm going to show a few of them to you today, and then I will spread out the remaining ones across future shows so you guys can check them all out. But when I did the Rev 17 interviews and I sat down at that picnic bench and just sort of winged it with everyone, I got great feedback from you guys. You really said you liked that. You wanted to see me do more of this sort of impromptu, sitting down face to face with people. And I've got that for you. The other cool part was on at the Lewis Herms Rally that morning, I got to give a speech. You guys may have seen if you've watched my other shows, and please smash that like button, guys. If you're just getting in here, appreciate you. I got to give a speech, and, you know, I'm a stand-up comedian, you know, being on stage and stuff like that, I've done. But if you've never given a political speech at a political rally, it's your first time. And it was definitely nerve-wracking for sure. I didn't really know what to do. A lot of the people, like Alex Stone and I talked about this morning on the XZ report, they have given lots of speeches. You know, you could just say, hey, I've got an event tomorrow. Can you speak? And they can just say yes, right? Because they've got a speech prepared or a couple speeches they've done, and they've got that ready to roll. I didn't have anything like that. And I think if you watch my show, you know, I think I had maybe 24, 48 hours when I realized, oh, I'm speaking at this. So I wrote a speech. I wrote my first political speech ever And let me know in the chat if you guys want to see it, because it's not very long. Again, it's about 6 minutes or so. But love to share it with you. But before we do that, I'm looking at the time here. I want to make sure to mention my title sponsor. You guys know that Nutricell Supplements has been part of my daily for a few months now. This is the Blue Immune that I'm taking every morning now. It's packed with things like NAC that I was already taking, so I love it because it's a great immune boost, plus it has the methylene blue. And as you guys know, me and my iced coffees every day. I love something I can take in the morning with my coffee. You know, the multivitamins and the other things that people take, you can't really take those with coffee because then you just pee it all out. But everything in here is compatible with coffee. In fact, and you can look this up yourself. I was going to say Google it, but I think we say grok it now. The coffee and the caffeine and the methylene blue have a synergistic effect. So it actually helps give me a little extra pep in the morning. So if you guys want to stay healthy and join me on this journey and support this show, the good people over at Nutricell Supplements are offering you guys 10% off. Remember, it's a Patriot-run, Patriot family-owned American business. I know some of the guys that work there and run it. They're awesome. They've helped me keep the lights on here at this show. So go to 40kview.com/blue. That's 40kview.com/blue. If you wind up on their site directly, just use coupon code MARK, M-A-R-K, to get that same 10% off. Let me run this little promo for them. So I've been debating because I do have, I think, 5 clips to show you today, and it's all going to be in under 90 minutes, maybe even closer to an hour today. It's Sunday night. I know you guys want to get some sleep, but I've got some good stuff for you. And I was debating what to show you first. I think some of you want to see that speech, but I want to show you, I think I want to show you the fun one first. If you guys caught the intro video I made for the show, the thing that was rolling on Rumble, and you saw it says Steve Hilton and Lewis Herms, plus a super scary interview with a killer. If you saw the intro video, you may know who that killer is. That's my good buddy, Vem Miller, the guy that was falsely accused of being the third Trump assassin at the Coachella rally, which could explain why the sheriff did not want to come to the event, given that Vem was one of the media booths there interviewing people. So this was just a fun little thing we did. I have a new setup that goes on the road with me, thanks to my buddy Mike in Vegas. If you're watching, thanks for hooking that up for me, man. It's kind of life-changing, this equipment. So I've got a little studio set up with some great mics and a soundboard. And at the beginning of the day, I told them, come over, like, we're just going to do a sound check. And it turned into this super serious. Guys, don't laugh. This is serious stuff. So I'm going to share this with you right now. Whatever. It's upside down.
So, all right, go over there and look pretty anyway.
All right, let's see how this works. Got this thing going here.
All right, gentlemen. 329. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Here. Give me a check.
All right. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
All right, get that shot.
Yes.
Here with little Marco.
Check. All right.
We're doing this.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
I mean, I'm here with Vem Miller, and if you guys aren't aware, he damn near killed a man. Listen, this is serious, so we don't want to make people think that it's a joke.
Yeah.
Listen. First of all, you had at least I want to say 3 forms of completely fake ID. I heard some of them came from the Azerbaijani.
Azerbaijan, yes.
And
Turkish,
listen,
I'm an Armenian Turkish
listen,
spy.
dude. I mean, I just think we should take this stuff very seriously because I want the people at home to know that I'm in danger right now. I'm sitting this close to a killer. He's ruthless. And I don't know if you can see this, but the hair, it's standing up. I think some people just say there's like an instinct when you're like around a predator. So tell me about your childhood and like what went wrong that made you think, I'm going to go to Coachella Valley with a pistol in my trunk. And, I know that the fairgrounds and the stage was like miles from your car, but you must have had a plan, right? Maybe you were gonna will the bullets?
So according to a lot of Chad Bianco fans, I planned the entire thing out, right? I planned the whole thing out. I did this because Chad Bianco was going to dub me an assassin so I could get in the news. That's the Chad Bianco fan theory, is that I planned this entire thing out.
I mean, I want to be very clear to the people at home. I know he sometimes he smiles. He gets that goofy little look on his face, but this is serious.
Very serious.
This is serious. As serious as the whistle between my teeth. Serious. Listen, it's good to know that you have, sort of come clean because a lot of people with all the denial. You're finally telling the world, like,
I'm mad,
you know what?
I'm crazy. It's
I've done it before, and I'll do it again. And
and you're crossing some lines right now.
Is it a coincidence that the full moon?
You should be very nervous.
The hunters. I think. Help. Help.
Oh my God. My glasses are smoking up.
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I seriously don't even know.
You know what I love about this story, actually, Mark, man? When we were hanging out last night, you reminded me of how, you stopped like 150 people from coming after me, dude.
Oh, at least.
I mean,
at least, dude.
Tell us about that story.
Well, dude, listen, I mean, people want to get ahead of the story, and people are researchers, and you do look like... if somebody doesn't know you and they look at your story and your name and the name change, and those like 3 bodies you keep in the trunk, I don't know why.
They're my friends, man.
No, but people were going to run with the story, dude. They were going to run with the story that was turning into something it was not. And I saw it and I was like, all right, as much as this is a juicy story, none of that's true. I know this guy. Pump the brakes. And yeah, I would say there were probably 150 people in a couple groups that were about to
tear me apart.
And they didn't know you, but they just saw a juicy story.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we stopped that. But
yeah, thank you for that. I hope you don't regret it one day, though.
Help! Help me! This is awesome, dude. All right, let's cut. Yeah. I know what you guys are thinking.
It feels a little fake and gay. Gotta tell you guys, it feels a little fake and gay.
All right, I can't help myself sometimes. Yeah, I couldn't resist that. And I'll be honest with you guys. The thing about 150 people getting ready to release, digs and stuff on him, I can't believe them, because when I saw the story first about the third assassin and I read the description of the person, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. This is real bad. And then before I retweeted anything, something in my head said, let's just dig first, because we all like to sometimes post too soon. And I looked and I saw the name was Vem Miller. I'm like, I don't think that's a particularly common name. So it's got to be my Vem Miller. I wound up calling Mindy Robinson. She confirmed it. And then Vem wound up texting me. I don't know, like an hour later when he was out of jail, because it was such a serious crime. They let him go immediately. But anyway, that was fun. You guys, as you're coming in, I see some new faces here. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're watching over on X, consider coming over to Rumble, to Parallel 8 Media, and giving me a follow over here. All right, next thing up. Did you guys say you wanted to see my speech or not? Whatever. Don't be too hard on me. It's my first ever political speech. It was an honor. I want to thank Lewis Herms again. And he'll be back on the show again, probably pretty soon. He's going to be in an interview that I'm showing here later tonight. But it was an honor. It really was. I had no idea if the speech I wrote was good and if I should be opening up with a joke. I opened up with one of my stand-up comedy jokes. And I even asked ChatGPT. I put in the joke in the speech, and I was like, I've never done a political speech. Is this good? Like, can you start with a joke? And ChatGPT gave me the green light. And so I went with it. So, all right, without further ado, here's my short speech at the Lewis Herms Rally.
So I'm sure some of you are like, who the heck is this guy? I think some of you know who I am, right? Make some noise if you know me. All right. Well, for the rest of you guys, my name is Mark Messina. I am Italian. My preferred pronouns are sausage and peppers. No, but listen, guys. In a world where making a joke like that can start a debate instead of get laughter, we know that our culture has gone wrong, right? Yeah. They're telling us what we can say, what we can think, like what words we can use. It's time for a change. If you guys are tired of that crap being shoved down our throat, make some noise. We need someone who isn't afraid to speak their mind, and I think we all know who that man is, right? Yeah. Lewis Herms is not just a man, he's a very important idea. Remember this, he is the idea that any one of you can run for public office and win, okay? Yeah. This is the change that we need. And by the way, I kind of ripped that from V is for Vendetta, right? You can't kill the idea. You know, I've been talking to a lot of California voters and they're telling me they're fatigued. Are you guys feeling that? Yeah. Right, they tell me, Mark, California will never flip red. I say California doesn't have to flip red. California is red. And I talked to people who told me how they felt very strongly about Prop 50, but they also said, we're not going to vote because, Mark, it's rigged. It doesn't matter. You guys, it matters because if you don't vote, they don't have to cheat. And if they don't cheat, then you're giving them a legitimate, lawful win. And that's on all of us, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to show up for those primaries, and we're going to vote, and we're going to make them have to cheat so big that you can see it from space, right?
Yes.
I mean, after all, you don't think that Space Force is just for kinetic warfare, do you? They got other plans for us. Listen, we need a governor who will govern for the people, not over the people. And that man is Lewis Herms. Yes. We're at a turning point in the American way of life, and California sits at the center of that fight. So I'm going to tell you the thing that voters forget. Primaries decide everything. Yeah. Right? Let me say it again. Primaries decide everything. By the time the general election rolls around, the elite have already picked who we can vote for. They've weeded out the outsiders like Lewis. So guys, do not wait until November. June 2nd is when we show up and we make our voices heard. Can I hear it? June 2nd. California used to represent freedom, the California dream. People came here to build, to innovate, to live wild and free. Now the same state that once promised liberty tells you what car you can drive, what words you can use, and worse, how to raise your children.
Boo.
No, we're not doing it anymore. Restoring the California dream means bringing back common sense, small business, family values, and local control. It means letting parents parent, letting farmers farm and entrepreneurs thrive without government interference.
Yes.
It means no more sacrificing our future to special interests and globalist policies. We can have the California that's beautiful and prosperous and free again, but only if we fight for it.
Yeah.
We're going to fight for it. Lewis Herms isn't a career politician. He isn't particularly smart or good looking. Wait, who wrote that on there? Lewis, that's not what this said. That's not what I wrote. He's not a career politician. He's a man who stepped up because he was tired of watching the state he loves fall apart. He's one of us. He's a father. He's a truth teller. And he's someone who still believes the Constitution matters. He's not funded by billionaires or lobbyists. He's powered by us, we the people. Lewis represents courage, the courage to stand up to tyranny, the courage to say no when others stay silent, and the courage to lead when leadership is rare. It's time that we the people stand up and make our voices heard, and we're going to do that on June 2nd. This is our line in the sand. This is where we take California back, not just for us, but for the generations to come. Let's all turn to the last page. There's a lot of paper here, guys. So let's do it together. Let's send a message from the Golden State that echoes across America. The people are awake, the people are united, and the people are taking our government back.
What'd you guys think? Was that all right? I got to tell you, so cool, that audience. Like, Lewis's crowd is so awake. They are 100% based one of us. Did you catch my little Space Force joke that I threw in there? I wasn't sure that anyone would get that. And the whole room got it. It was very, very cool. So just want to thank you guys for watching that with me. And thank you again, Lewis Herms. Before I get into this next one, I want to let you guys know I'm doing a special holiday discount on my merch. I know it's still tight right now for a lot of us, and a lot of people have commented on my merch. And I just want to make sure that anyone who wants anything, you want to buy your holiday gifts, you can get it, and it'll be affordable. I've got all the Christmas stuff up there, the gingerbread elevator, Trump elevator Q Santa Claus. I got a shirt custom designed with that, with little Q on the hammer. I've got straight up Q stuff. I even have like MAGA stuff and MAGA mom type stuff. So there's a lot of great gifts on there. So if you want to go check that out, write this down right now. Get out your pen quick or screenshot this. The coupon code is FriendPrice20, FriendPrice20. And when you're checking out, you'll see a little field there to enter the coupon code. Enter that and you'll get 20% off everything in the store, your entire order. This coupon is going to be good until Wednesday at midnight. It's a huge discount. I'm not going to be making a lot of money on this, but I wanted to get the word out there. If you do buy any of the merch, send me a picture in your shirts or hoodies or whatever, so I can show it on the shows here in the future. I really appreciate all of your support. So if you want to check out my newest merch and all my classic shirts that are in there, go to livid19.com, LIVID19.com. And at checkout, use code FriendPrice20. As I said, this code's good through midnight on Wednesday. It's good for any number of purchases. You can even go back multiple times and use this code. It's not going to expire on you. So if you want to get some of that merch, but it's been a little too expensive, now is the time to get it. So this next interview is Steve Hilton. I don't know. Did you guys know much about Steve? He's like a famous guy on TV, and he's a lot shorter than I thought. Do you guys get that a lot? I know when people meet me in person, they say you're shorter than we thought. But yeah, he was a really smart, really interesting guy. So I want to share that interview with you now. How are you, Steve? Appreciate this. Come on over to my little...
Do you have your bag in my little green bag?
Our little nook over here.
Okay.
Give you a little sound
I'd
check.
like a water as well. Water. Can you get me a regular water? Thank you.
All right.
What are we doing here?
Steve, we're I want to get a little bit into your head, right? This has been a...
Wait, are we audio only? Are we doing... No, here
We got
where am I
video,
looking?
we got
Okay,
audio.
fine.
Wherever you want to look.
No, you tell me.
I mean,
Thank you very much.
I just do conversational stuff,
Okay.
but you know, some people are running for office, so they're talking to the camera. So I want to know about you because your background is interesting. I don't know enough about UK politics, but I've read somewhere along the lines you were like a special advisor, prime minister, something like this, maybe.
Well, I'll go back to the beginning. My parents are Hungarian.
Okay.
That's a very important fact about me that people need to know. My parents are Hungarian. They fled communism in Hungary. My stepfather, also Hungarian, he literally ran across minefields and climbed barbed wire fences to get to freedom with his brother and his classmates from their little village school.
Okay.
On the west side of Hungary, half of them were killed.
Okay.
So, to me, you know, when I moved here with my wife and my two sons in search of the California dream and freedom and opportunity and all that means, you know, to me, this is not some theoretical thing. This is very, very personal and deep. And as I sometimes put it, I didn't make that journey. My family didn't make that journey from communism here to what should be the home of freedom. Only for that flame of freedom, it should burn brighter here than anywhere else on earth, to be extinguished by this insane, far-left, nanny state, bureaucratic, one-party rule that we have here in California. So that's where I'm coming from.
Right.
When I want to, when I say that I want to make the state golden again and restore California to what it always should be. In terms of the specifics, I mean, I was born in England, working-class immigrant family.
Right.
My dad left when I was young, raised by a single mother. I don't say that as some kind of sob story. It's just, you know, she gave me what money can't buy. She said, you know, you got to work hard. You get nothing on a plate.
Right.
I did. I worked construction as a kid. My stepfather was in construction. He didn't. That's the only job he could do. So I spent as my childhood working on construction sites, earning a bit of money. I worked hard. Got to Oxford University. My first job was project manager for a construction company. Most of my career has been in business. People know me from the TV, but most of my career has been in business, working all around the world, starting companies of my own. I've been a small business owner, restaurants in England.
How did you wind up with your first foray into politics?
So I actually got a job pretty young. I was interested in politics. I got a job as an intern, really, in the Conservative Party headquarters in the UK.
And you were how old-ish?
Like 20, something like that. And then they asked me back. I worked there for a couple of years.
Why, though? 20-year-olds don't tend to look into politics,
I don't
especially
know.
in UK.
Mrs. Thatcher was the Prime Minister. Mrs. Thatcher I found very inspiring, particularly given, you know, my background, my family's background.
Right.
She, of course, with President Reagan, fought so hard against the Soviet regime and the Soviet Empire, which, of course, included Hungary. And so I think that must have been a big part of it. And she inspired me actually to start my businesses because what she did really was reverse the... So remember when she came in, that was on the back of a decade of socialism in the UK. And actually, you know, back then, the UK was described as the sick man of Europe. High taxes, inflation, the unions running everything, massive red tape and bureaucracy, businesses couldn't do...
So kind of like what we're going through right now, right here.
It really, really is. And in fact, when I see what's going on, the more I've looked at... I mean, I've been a candidate now just for a few months, but I've been working on these issues for years. I stopped doing my show on Fox so I could focus on California. I started an organization, Golden Together.
Okay.
And I've been traveling the state for years now, really digging into all the different policy areas, what's gone wrong, how we fix it. I cannot believe how bad it's much worse even than you think when you actually look at the this bloated nanny state bureaucracy with the three forces that are really in charge of things in California. The unions, especially the government unions, not just the government unions, the unions generally, the lawyers. I mean, it's not just that we're the most over-regulated state in America, we're the most over-litigated.
Right.
Lawsuits are not appreciated enough how big an issue that is in making everything so impossible in California and so expensive in California.
Right.
And then the third thing that makes it such a nightmare here, which we didn't, to be fair, we didn't have back in the day in England, is the climate activists and the climate agenda. And you take all of that together.
What's your stance on all that?
Well, we've just got to totally dismantle.
It's all nonsense.
All of it. I mean, all it's doing, it's total elitism, because the rich can virtue signal that they're all in favor of saving the planet. They're saving the planet, well, they're pretending to save the planet on the backs of the poor and the working class, who are paying the price through the highest gas prices in the country, electric bills that are more than double the national average. All of it's got to go. It's very simple. We're going to, for gas prices, it's the first pledge I made. We just got to dismantle this from top to bottom. The low carbon fuel standard, cap and trade, the refinery regulations. We've got to open up California oil and gas production instead of shipping it in from halfway around the world. When we do that, that's my first pledge. Instead of what we have now, $5 gas heading up higher, we can have $3 gas.
Okay,
for the electric, hang on a second, for electric, it's very important. You've got to understand how we do this. We're going to kill wind, end the solar subsidies, use natural gas to power our electric grid, then we can have affordable, reliable energy, and we can cut our bills in half. This is what we can get done. By the way, you don't need any legislation for that. I can do that through the executive branch by appointments I make to the bureaucratic agencies like CARB, the California Air Resources Board, and so on. So, the Public Utilities Commission, there's so much that we can do if you really understand how government works. I'm going to finally get back to your original question, which is, after running businesses and doing all that stuff, a friend of mine who I met working in the Conservative Party when we were very young, he went into politics, got elected to Parliament, eventually decided to run for the leadership of the Conservative Party. That was David Cameron.
Okay.
I helped get him elected, the leader of the party, and then Prime Minister. And then so I worked in 10 Downing Street as senior advisor to the Prime Minister, really helping to lead our domestic reform program. And so the reason that's important is that I've been there at the heart of a government. I understand how hard it is to make any change happen, how you've got to be incredibly aggressive with the bureaucracy. I learned their tricks, I know how it works, and I'm ready to dismantle this totally bloated, nanny state, bureaucratic nonsense that we got going on in Sacramento. That's the main role that I will play as governor.
I have 2 minutes left with you, and if I may, because it's very clear that, you're good at this. Like, I have faith in what you're saying, that you could do this. And I don't say that.
Thank you.
You're good at this. You clearly...
Well, I'll just be very clear. I've got the business experience, the government reform experience, the national media platform, and the national support to make this happen.
You can't understate how important the media aspect of this change that's happening is, so it's important to have people who know how to communicate globally. But what I want to know, and I'm sure the answer will be too good, but I really do want to know, why do you want to do this?
Because I feel... I tell you what the answer is. I feel that I have a duty to do it, honestly.
Because this is a big job that you're
right,
asking to
but
do.
I feel as if the work that I've done in my career, in my life, have prepared me for this moment. And if you've got the opportunity to do it, and you've been given so much as I have by this beautiful state of California, I've taught at Stanford University. I've started a business here. I've had this whole new career in the media. What an incredible set of opportunities that I've got. I've raised my family here, made my life here. I just feel it's my obligation. Yeah. If you can do it, then you should do it. I truly feel that. I feel called to do it. I just do.
All right. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people in this race. You're clearly standing apart from them. I'd love to get you on my show sometime. If you'd like to come and do a full interview.
I'd love to do that.
These are great, but I've got a nice little audience. You'll see a lot of the guests are the people that you know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
But listen, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Good
to see you.
It was nice to get to know you. I only know you from seeing you on TV. But,
it's not the same.
I get to look in your eyes here, and all right, so you want to do this. This is going to be a messed up job.
But yes and no. I mean, it's also it's going to be so great to go there just with common sense and determination and take these people apart
Yeah.
who've been crushing working people and small business in California for so long. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I really am. People say to me, when I talk about, for example, one of my, in the first line of my tax plan is, no, for your first 100 grand of income, no state income tax. Of course, to do that, we need to cut spending. They've doubled the budget in the last 10 years, so but there's a lot of space to cut the spending. And when I say that, people say, oh, are you going to bring in Doge to do? I said, no, I'm not going to bring in Doge. I'm going to be Doge.
Right.
That's my job.
Right.
And it's my main job. And I'm really looking forward to it.
They're yelling at me to get you out of here. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate
Good to
you.
see you.
What'd you guys think? It's pretty impressive, right? Leave me your comments in the comments of the show, not in the chat, so it stays there. I'm curious what you thought of him. Definitely hoping to be able to get him back for a full form interview on the show in the future. Something I just realized, guys, is if I'm a lot louder than these interviews are, I apologize. You're just gonna have to crank up your volume there. Brand new soundboard for me, so still learning. Got to fix that in post. But I've got one more interview to show you, maybe two. Let's see how the time goes here. But I do want to also make a quick plug for my PetClub 24/7 fam. I know this is embarrassing, this little stupid ad I made, so I probably need to change it, but I'm going to roll it anyway because I made this thing with AI. All right, that's retarded. I know, but I absolutely love this stuff. I use it every day for myself and for my dog, Bella. The Coriolis versicolor mushrooms are life-changing. If you want to join my growing PetClub 24/7 community, go to 40kvu.com/pets. If you purchase anything at all in there for yourself or for your dog or cats or horse, they've got all kinds of stuff on there. It's incredible. Any purchase at all will get you an invite to the private community that is launching very soon. And you get to mingle with other like-minded patriots and the owners of PetClub. So again, 40kvu.com/pets. All right. Without further ado, let's go to this next interview. The great Mr. Lewis Herms.
I gotta drink my Fiji before
You are in trouble. Uh-oh. I hope we don't run out of tape for this one. You like my new setup here? A little better than we were in. How you doing, brother?
You always were professional.
Let me get a little mic check on you there.
Check. 1, 2.
Yeah, because you were always a little bit quiet.
A little bit quiet. I'm a docile guy.
All right, man. Dude, what a day.
Incredible, right?
I mean, okay. This morning, your event, 8 a.m. to past 12:30. Incredible event, right? And I hadn't really seen you take the stage like that before. It was a powerful speech. It was a powerful speech. Maybe we can air it. I don't know if you got the video. I know the audience would want to see that. But now today it gets real. Everybody's here. Is there 12, 14 people?
13, yeah.
13 candidates on stage. Obviously, you're popular. Got a great response. It's a lot of people. What are we going to do? How are we going to separate ourselves from this pack?
Well, I think there's good news, actually. I've been conversating with a lot of the candidates, and there's some good people there.
Oh, I like that.
Where their hearts are in the right place,
yeah.
And they want to make a difference.
Yep.
I really think that the cream is going to rise to the top, and I also believe that we're going to coalesce together.
Yeah.
Behind my candidacy, or anybody else, but behind the right person, which is beautiful. And you have some people that love God in there. You have some people that are authentic in there. And I don't know if other candidates are going to tell you, but this crop is a special group, a very special group.
What do you think of what General Flynn said in that recorded message?
Yeah, well, he's right. He said after the primaries, we need to coalesce together, right? And that's a powerful message. And he's not wrong. I would suggest, General Flynn, that we should do that before the primaries. So we come together behind one candidate before the primaries, but let's let it work out for the next 6 months or whatever it needs to. And then the last month, that's when we really should start to meet and make some moves.
Listen, I mean, that would be great if that could happen. It's a competitive group here we got.
It is. There's some
but
good people, though.
The values that I'm just getting to meet people. There's certainly a lot of shared values in this group. So if you guys could coalesce, I mean, that could be a pretty powerful force.
I agree. We need to.
Yeah.
This is it, I think. It really is.
Yeah, man. So I feel like I've heard everything from you this morning, but the people watching haven't. So what are your day one priorities when you get elected?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get in office, and we're going to super doge our budget, because in my investigation, it looks like it could be 70 to 80% waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yeah, I heard you say that today, and
astronomical.
that blew my mind.
Astronomical. So you're never again will you have to buy a chair for $500 on taxpayer money when you could buy that chair for $15, right? Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it.
It's really crazy. And you were saying earlier about no state income taxes, no state property taxes with that money, and all of that's great. Listen, if there's anyone who could do that, it's you. But we're talking about some potentially insurmountable California institutions. It's not just about getting in. We got families and legacies in this state. What do you see about? I mean, obviously we see Pelosi, Brown, all that stuff. Maybe not having the same trajectory it's had, but there's still a lot. Have you thought about how to sort of navigate those shark-infested waters?
Yeah, I don't think there's much navigating. We're going to drop the hammer.
Amen.
We have to, because I believe this is our duty. We can't let it string out any longer. Day one, and if they want to say it's political, well, guess what? I'm an independent. How could it possibly be political? It's about we the people wanting to be held accountable for your crimes against humanity, and that's really what it is.
Yep. I like the stuff you were saying about constitutional carry today. I also looked like a nice piece you showed there.
I did.
What should it be called, constitutional carry, or should it just be called carry?
Yeah, it should just be called your rights.
Right?
It's 2A.
Like,
it's easy.
We all have the right to carry.
Yeah. Shouldn't even be a conversation, actually.
Yeah.
Right.
They're moving us through this pretty quickly here, so I can already see she's about to pull you out. Leave the audience with something very Lewis Herms, right? Because I heard so much today. The people obviously watching this are getting a little snippet. I want them to kind of something that encapsulates the magic of your rally today. And by the way, thank you for including me. That was.
You were fantastic, too.
That was, thank you. I didn't know if you were in the back, jumping rope.
In the green room and jumping rope.
Okay, I'd never done anything like that before. I'm like, we're just gonna have fun with it.
Did great.
But what's the biggest takeaway? Because I thought it was a spectacular rally.
I mean, at first thought that I have, right, is my passion to get in this race is because there's an insurmountable amount of child trafficking in this state. It's the #1 economy. But we can fix it. And when I say we the people. And the biggest challenge I've had in politics is probably why they call me the anti-politician.
Right.
Is they don't ask we the people what you want. And they don't fight for we the people. It's definitely a captured operation in California. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to ask y'all not to fight for me, but fight for your own state. You need to step up and do the work. And I promise you, I will work harder than anybody to take this California right back to where it is and needs to be, and that's where liberty intended.
Amen, dude. And I believe you will.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you. Guys, do we love Lewis Herms or what? He'll be back on the show again. Go support Lewis Herms at hermsforcali.com and find him on X at WowLouis, WOWLEWI, Wow Louie, and Herms for Cali. Don't forget that I am running this special through midnight Wednesday, 20% off for my chat fam. That's a big discount. Want you guys to be able to get some stuff for the holidays. Livid19.com, LIVID19.com. If you haven't been there in a while, scroll through all the pages. We got lots and lots of cool stuff on there. We're going to keep it tight, guys. It's Sunday night now. I like this new time, freeing up my weekdays, but it is obviously Sunday night and it's late. So we're going to keep these shows tight from now on. So I am going to take you out with my favorite ending song for the 40K view. Wishing you guys a blessed Sunday. I'm really glad you guys got to spend Sunday Fun Day with me and the whole gang. Don't forget, I am at ARC training for child rescue all week with Tina and Basel Boz. I'll also be with Kathy O'Brien. So please go to 8Track Truth on X and hit those notification buttons because there's a good chance that I'll be going live very impromptu at some point this week and you don't want to miss it. All right, we will see you guys soon. Have a great night.
And it's the glory, 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's some handwritten letters from home. It's some sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. It's red, white, and blue. Lay down, here's the light. It's red, white, and blue. For these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop. And his 18th birthday was the day he was born. It's red, white, and blue. Lay down, here's the light. It's red, white, and blue. For these stars and stripes. It's red, white, and blue. Stand on the front line. It's red, white, and blue. Pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was a man when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one end. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Lay down, hear the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. For these stars are stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Stand on these bright lines. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. To pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. For these stars and stripes. March in line. March in line.